Here's a video of some code. This I never did get to work, and I had a different video, but I didn't explain the code. I didn't walk through it. But this has never worked. I've tried installing the library SFML. I've tried doing it several different ways. I've tried doing this in Visual Studio Code. I've tried doing this in the Visual Studio Community. In theory, maybe there's a different app I could be using, I suppose, but I didn't look that far. But this never did work, so I can't run it within the app itself. I have to run it with a separate executable that gets generated when I do that in the terminal. But you see, there are separate. There's a class here, image viewer. I have some of these going on, which then use down here. Load images from the. I think the term in C# was virtual classes, and then they get filled out later. So not super necessary. I didn't need to do this, but I believe there was a requirement way over here to have classes and demonstrate inheritance with virtual functions. So anyhow, this is a vector that holds references to all these images that are in this file right here, up on this corner, and basically I have code here that loads, given a file name, loads the proper file from that file name, images that push back. Because the code looks a little weird because I'm actually loading this into a window, but if it doesn't load the image, it failed to load, blah blah blah. That I saw that a lot in debugging, and it shows a default image if it doesn't find any images to show. Is that image works as you think it would? I am tired and I can't explain this all line by line. Hope that's not what you wanted. I will redo this if you do want that. But yeah, here's the main means. Here's the main part here. Generates an integer, says hello world, enter a number, you enter in a number, checks if it's between 1 and 10. If it isn't, it tells you to enter a different number. I did that because I thought it was funny, but something I realized is I don't actually check for text instead. So if you do run text, it breaks. So don't do that, please. I put that in my README as one of the things I wanted to improve. But otherwise, if it does, it sets the image, and while it's open, if it closes and it exits out the loop. But while you're in the program, there's actually this code here that checks for if you press any other keys, so you can check through other images. Hope that's a decent enough explanation. Here we go. Here's the executable that got generated. Enter a number. First, I'll show you that this breaks if I type in J. Yeah, so don't do that. Type in 9. Oh, sorry. My number pad doesn't work. There we go. 9 shows an image, and it says at the top here, select image with number keys 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 0 key. That's how it works.